Good evening.
How are you?
Fine, ma'am.
How studies are going on?
Very good, ma'am.
Great. So when you have your exams,
Ma'am, 7th of March.
you have your science exam or the other exam?
Our syllabus hasn't come.
Okay. Good evening, Lasya. How are you?
Good evening, ma'am.
How are you?
I'm fine. Ma'am, why, ma'am? These many days, why didn't you take class, ma'am?
Okay. These many days, actually, I was busy in some function at my home. So that was the reason I did not took the class. And I think last week I did not took, but before that, some holiday was there, I guess.
Maybe, ma'am.
Yeah. So only last week it was off from my side, but other than other days, it was the some government off and all it was there. Okay, now children, turn on your video.
Ma'am, can you see me?
Yes, I can see you, Lasya. So we both are in the black.
Lighting is not reflecting me, ma'am.
That's okay. So that's what we are going to learn today. It is about the light only. Okay, Soumya and Anup, you also need to turn on your video. Okay, I can see Soumya now. Anup, turn on your video.
Good
Good
evening.
evening. Good evening,
Observe
Divesh.
me,
Good
ma'am.
evening, Anup.
Ma'am, can you
Yes,
observe me?
yes, I can. Okay, so we'll just wait for 1 minute more if anyone else is going to join, and then today we'll be starting to revise the chapter light. Okay, last time when we have stopped with the chapter electricity. Electricity already we are done with.
Ma'am,
Now
actually,
this,
Monday was absent, so I missed the quiz.
okay. So we
Other
had
than
that,
hardest
and
questions.
okay, so we had actually the Ashwath only the winner, I guess. After that, we did not had it actually. The next day we did not have it. Yeah, right, Anoop.
Ma'am, so can we make it today?
No, so today I'll be revising first of all the chapter light, and then if in case if time is there, we'll be going through the objective or the subjective part of the chapter light. All right,
Ma'am,
because since the exams are approaching, whatever chapters are remaining, we will just revise them with first of all, and then we'll look into it. All right. So shall we start now with the chapter light?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, that's
Actually, today onwards we have exam, ma'am.
yes. That's what. Like everybody is going to have some or the other day exam. So okay. Uh, when I talk about the chapter light, it is a very interesting chapter. And what is light actually? First of all, you answer me. What is light according to you?
Ma'am, light is energy which makes us see.
Correct. So it is a form of energy. Light is a form of energy with the help of which what we do, we will be able to see the objects certainly. Right. Now, if you are in the dark room, will you be able to see the objects?
No, ma'am.
No, right? What do we need?
Light.
Light. What is the natural source of light?
Sun.
Sun.
ma'am.
Correct. Very good.
Sun.
And how does we get light in our home? With the help of?
From using electricity, the light bulbs.
Correct. So we are, by using the electricity, what do we'll be getting? We'll be getting the light. If we don't have the electric current, if we do not have the electricity, then in that case, the bulb also does not work. But yes, if we have the generators or we have the other system like this, which produces the electricity, in that case, it can be available to us. So in this chapter, we'll be learning about light, we'll be learning about shadows, and we'll be learning about the reflection. So how does the light, shadows, and reflections are interconnected? That all things we'll be learning in this chapter. So name of the chapter, light, shadows, and reflection. In this chapter, we'll be learning few of the keywords, then saw different objects on the basis of emission of light. Emission means how light comes out, okay? Light comes out, or it brings out the light, and crossing the light through the object. So how does the light passes through the object? Then how the process of formation of shadow and its criteria. So how the shadow will be formed, that we will be learning. Then how to make the pinhole camera. Then different activities related to the light, shadows, and formation of images. So these all topics we'll be learning here. Then light, about the luminous and non-luminous object, transparent, translucent, or opaque object, shadow, pinhole camera, mirror, and the reflections. So these are the certain topics which will be there now in this chapter. Okay. Now, what is light? Coming to the light, light is a form of energy. So already we have discussed what it is. It is a, you cannot say light is a energy. It is wrong. It is a form of energy. Fine. It is a form of energy which enables us to see. So with the help of light, what we'll be doing, we'll be able to see the things. It travels along a straight line. So always keep in mind, there is a word called as rectilinear propagation. So this you will be learning in the grade 7, but you should know about it. So rectilinear propagation means movement of light in a straight line. So always light travels in a straight line, and this is what called as the rectilinear propagation. Clear? So when light travels in a straight line, it is called as the rectilinear propagation. So it shows the rectilinear motion. So you can see three three different mirror kind of things are there, A, B, C, and you can see how the light is reflecting from that hole. All the three holes, light is going straight to the eye of that person. It is not like dancing, bending, jumping, and all, nothing like that, right? So it is moving straight to the eye of that person. Fine. Same way in this picture also you can see that the boys are having the torch in their hand, and the girl is standing along with the a kind of a slate or kind of a board kind of thing. So now what happens when both the boys are putting the light or throwing the light on that girl's board, it is moving in a straight line. So that is what we call it as the rectilinear propagation or rectilinear motion also.
And can it be also called as reflection?
Reflection is basically the same, but in the case of the reflection, what happened? Suppose this is a torchlight here. Whatever the light comes out is the reflection of it. When we talk about the movement, the how it moves, straight, zigzag, cross, curve, that is what is the propagation. Propagation means path. Okay. When I talk about propagation, it means path, which is either the straight, either the curve, either the square. Like you might have seen when we drive a car, what happened? We generally go straight, 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 and sometimes curves also come. So that straight path or that curve path is called as propagation, and meaning of rectilinear means straight. So straight path or rectilinear propagation. So movement of a light in a straight path is called as the rectilinear propagation.
Ma'am, but it's
To-
also reflection only, no, ma'am, because like you see,
Yeah, see, reflection is basically when you are throwing some light and then it comes up like if you have you can see a candle here, right? You have a candle here. Now, when you have a candle, what you will be able to see? Are you able to see any kind of reflection out of candle?
no,
No, right? So it is not a kind of the propagation or the rectangular propagation. When until unless you don't have any kind of radiation. Now, when I talk about the torch, so torch has what? It has a kind of radiation, or it will show us it will give us the reflection. How it gives us a reflection? So when I am throwing the light of the torch, what you are doing? You are able to see the path. You are able to see the object. So that is what the reflection of that light. Fine. Understood. Like you have the tube light is there on the wall, correct? Tube light is not along with you in your hand or somewhere near to you. It is always somewhere up in your room, right? But how you are able to see the light around you? It is because of that movement of the light or movement of the reflection, because of which you're able to see light in your whole room. Same goes for the sun also. Sun is present somewhere. We are not aware where it is present. But anyhow, because of the radiation of the sun, we are able to see the things. And that happens why? Because of the reflection only. Because of the reflection of the radiations given by the sun.
okay, ma'am.
So luminous object gives us or emit light of their own. So they will be reflecting their own light, like the sun, lamp, candle, torch, electric light, glowworm, etc. Non-luminous, they do not emit or they do not give out or emit light of their own, like door, eraser, paper, notebook, plastic. So many things are there. They do not emit the light.
Luminous objects.
What? No,
So there are two types of luminous objects.
two types. How come you are saying two types are there?
Ma'am, because sun is natural and torch and bulb, these things are artificial. So natural and artificial, right?
Yes, correct. It can be. It can be actually. Okay, so now the next one, transparent, translucent, and opaque object. So transparent object through which we can see clearly. It allows most of the light to pass through. You might have seen if you are keeping the glass in front of you and you are putting the light on the glass. So what happens? You will be able to see clearly, right? So that is what the transparent. So objects through which we can see clearly, and it allows most of the light to pass through it. Whereas in the translucent, what happened?
It allows the light to pass
Partially
Correct. So it allows the partial seeing of the light. So object through which we can see but not clearly. So that is what, like you can see. Now what is happening? A
but
sheet
we
of
can't see clearly, ma'am.
correct. So we will not be able to see clearly. Now you can see this is what the torch light is there. This is what a test tube is there. Now the clearly we are not able to see what is there inside the test tube. So translucent is, yeah. Here you can see the box. Inside the box, there are some kind of pins and all. So if we close the box, we will not be able to see clearly what is there inside the box. So through which we can see but not clearly. Then opaque object through which we cannot see at all. Now, if I am standing in front of the door, will I be able to see the light
No,
or how it
ma'am.
is passing on? No. Right? Same goes with other material also, like the plastic, like the other chairs, wood, anything like
Ma'am,
they does
opaque
not.
objects form shadows.
Yes, opaque object, they always form the shadows. That is the most important characteristics of the opaque objects. So example, wood, rubber, some plastics, metals like iron, aluminium, copper. So what they are the opaque object, and they does not allow the light to pass through at all. Now this opaque object, what do? They form the shadows. So a shadow is formed when opaque object is placed in a path of the light. So what we are doing for
We were
this, we
also
are,
an opaque. Ma'am, actually, we were also an opaque object, ma'am. Opaque.
yeah. So what we should do, we should Yeah, correct. So we can also act as an opaque. So what we do if we are standing, you might have seen in the night time also, in the evening time when we stand outside somewhere in the dark. So automatically we are able to see the shadow of ourselves. So that is what, because of the area of darkness. So a shadow is formed when an opaque object is placed in the path of light. So any opaque object we are placing in the path of light, then they form the shadow. A shadow of an object can be seen only on a screen. So very important point. So if we want to see the shadow of anyone, what we should have a screen. So this here, you can see down, the shadow is formed. So this ground is acting as like what? Is acting as like a
Something surface.
screen.
Screen.
Fine. So for a shadow to be formed, what do we need? We need a screen. The screen can be the wall, it can be the ground, it can be the bus, it can be tractor, but something should be there to act as a screen. The ground, yeah,
To form a shadow, we need an opaque object, screen, and a light. A source of
correct.
light.
Right, a source of light and a screen as well, right? So the ground, walls of building act as a screen for the shadows. Sometimes the shadow of an object gives us information about the shape of the object. So you might have seen, this is very common. You might have seen like near to the rivers and all, trees will be there. So those trees, shadows you will be able to see in the water. And along with that, you will be able to identify the shape of that tree. Like this also a picture you can see. So with the help of the shadows, we can also identify the shape of that particular object. Sometimes shadows can also mislead us about the shape of an object. So sometimes what happen, you might have seen, this is like very common. You might have seen so many people, they with the help of the hand, what they will be doing, they will be making the some kind of the creatures, like some kind of animals or the birds pictures and all with the help of the hand. So we get confused whether this is a
Digital
person's hand. Yeah. So whether this is a person hand or whether this is like a animal. So we get confused. So that's why shadows can also mislead us about the shape of the object. It does not give information of the color of the object. So what is the color of the shadow always?
Black.
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 Right? Black.
And gray also, ma'am. Sometimes. Yes, ma'am, at the borders.
Yeah. So the black. So opaque objects makes a dark shadow. Translucent object produce a weak shadow, and transparent object do not produce a shadow at all. So that's about the shadow. Now coming to
Ma'am,
the
I have
pinhole.
a question.
black shadow and translucent like produces light colored shadow, and transparent doesn't produce.
Right, right.
Ma'am, it seems to be that transparent object always produces transparent shadow, means no shadow.
Yeah, transparent objects, they will not be producing the shadow at all. And the opaque because the light is not passing through them, right? So that's why they produce the shadows. Whereas the transparent, the light can pass through, so they will not be forming the shadow. Now, if I have the torchlight, so torchlight, does it fall? If the light of the torch, does it fall the shadow? No, it does not form the shadow. It forms the light on it.
Ma'am,
Ma'am,
Yes.
Ma'am, I have an imaginary question. What if the position of the sun would be uh, downwards? Like down of a sun would be there, and then where would our shadow form?
You are saying like down the sun is there.
What if?
What if the down the sun is there and then
And then where will our shadow will form?
so it should form actually on the top then somewhere. We should have the screen. Maybe if I am standing down, the sun is also down. In that case, a screen should be there at the top. Now, what is happening? Right now, sun is there on the top, right? We are standing down.
Yes.
And the down the screen is acting like wall is acting as a screen, or maybe a ground is acting as a screen.
Yeah.
Same way, if we turn all the things, if we turn the sun's position in that case, definitely either it will be forming on the wall or it will be forming on the roof of it.
No, ma'am, it's like only sun will be tilted. Like
Yes, yes. Sun we have tilted to the down, and in that case, what happens? The reflection or the shadow of it will be coming on the roof of it. So we need to have something on the top. Then it means in the sky we should have something then to form the shadow.
So if there is nothing in sky, there will be no shadows.
No, something will be no, not in the sky. Sky does not mean like if I'm talking about sky, I am talking about something above, like above our height should be there.
what about the clouds?
The clouds are already there. No, no, no. I think you are going very, very, very up. I am not going so up. I'm coming down only. I'm there standing down only. The only thing I have placed sun also along with me.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am. So I wanted to ask you, can you go with chapters electricity and circuit with hard
Adv-
questions because tomorrow it's my worksheet and its mark will be added to our final exam marks.
Okay, okay. Advika, in that case, shall I share the questions with you regarding that? Because I think last week we did electricity and circuit, and I think
Yes, ma'am.
you were absent on that day.
Ma'am, on the first class I was there and in another class I was not there because we went out.
Okay, okay. So I'll do one thing, Advika. In that case, I'll be sharing the questions with you, level 2 questions with you. Okay. I think I already have uploaded there. So what you can do, you just solve those questions, all right? The level 2 questions, and then send me the answers for the correction part.
And
Okay, ma'am,
lastly,
because tomorrow
yeah,
it's like tomorrow I have 2 worksheets.
Fine. So that will be, I think, perfectly all right. So level 1 already you did it. Level 2 questions, you can solve it and share the answers with me for the correction. And if in case some answers are wrong, then I'll be correcting and sending you the answers. Okay?
Ma'am, it's like where is it?
Go to the resources under the WISE app. I think it will be there. Go to the resources.
Okay.
Under the resources, chapter wise notes will be there.
Yeah.
Just check out whether the file is there or not. Electricity.
Okay. Ma'am, 1 minute.
Is
yeah.
Ma'am, this laptop irritates me.
okay. No, it is not there. Let me upload that. I'll upload it right now so that
And la-
everybody will be able to access it.
now I think you uploaded it 1 month before.
No, that is the notes. Those are the notes actually, not the questions.
Chapter wise PPT.
No, no, no. Just now check it now. Advika, I have uploaded that file. Just check it under the chapter wise notes.
Chapter wise not here.
Electricity and circuits foundation. Can you see that? Adrit, can you see that file? Electricity and circuit foundation under chapter wise notes.
Electricity and circuit.
Go to resources, children. Open the
Yes, ma'am.
resources.
I went, but it's not there. It's only like electricity and circuits PDF. And
No,
it's
no, no,
like
no.
then is also there.
Just now I have uploaded it. Just
Ma'am,
refresh.
I got that foundation.
Yeah, electricity and circuit foundation is there. Just now I've uploaded it. Devesh has got it. Adrit has got it. Anup, have you got it?
Yes, please.
Okay. Ashwat, Soumya, and Advika turn on the video also.
So last time we had only one
Yes,
class.
ma'am. Ma'am, can you
Correct.
say which question? From where?
You should do from question number 31 onwards. Okay, Advika. Question number 31 to question number 50 you should do it because those are little tough questions.
Question number 31.
Onwards till 50.
50. Okay.
Adrit, to you also the same homework. From question number 31 to 50 you need to solve and send it.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, I'll just correct it.
Even
Okay, coming back.
around
Yeah.
us.
Yes, Advika?
around us also you can say.
Air around us. Okay, let me upload that also. Any other thing? Any other chapter do you need?
No, ma'am, I just need one more chapter. Air around us.
Hmm. Okay, air around us. I'll just upload after some time, maybe after the class, because I don't have the PDF in my mobile. I'll upload it. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Fine.
Can you upload light reflection and shadows also?
Yeah, Adrit.
Ma'am, I have doubt which, ma'am, like in level 1 or level 2.
Level two. Adrit, level two. Anup, light, shadows, and reflections I have uploaded now. Okay.
No,
So if someone of you need the light chapter, I have uploaded that also. You can practice it. Okay.
okay. Now it's uploaded.
So coming, which help us to see images of the object. It has a box with a pinhole at one side and a screen at the other side. The light from the object passes through the pinhole and the forms inverted images of the object on the screen. So basically, with the help of the pinhole, a small kind of the hole will be there, and that is why it is called as the pinhole. A small hole is there inside that, and through that hole, what we should do, we should see the person who is standing, maybe outside. Any object also we can see, and what we'll be able to see that the object will be looking inverted to us, like ulta, like opposite to us. So if we are standing straight, then we will be looking like our head is up and the body is down. So how we can make the pinhole camera? I'll be showing you through the video, not through this. Fine. Now,
Mama made one pinhole camera and I don't know now where is it. Ma'am.
okay. I
It
think
was
that
like
is a
Now it's very easy to make.
it was submitted to school, ma'am. To
yes.
activity.
Yeah, so
Very
basically from this
easy.
chapter you have the making of pinhole camera, which is again a very important topic of the chapter,
Ma'am,
and
it
it is
had a
interesting also to
feature
know.
of zooming and zoom out.
Okay, great. Okay, so then we have the mirror and the reflections. Mirror, basically daily we are looking at the mirror, right? How beautiful we are looking or how we are not looking good. So according to the way how the mirror is telling us, we are changing our style, right? This hairstyle is not suiting us, we are changing it. If this is not suiting us, we are changing it. So mirror is what telling us to do or not to do. So mirror are used to see the reflection of the object. We can see reflections of our face and the other object in the mirror. So when light falls on a mirror, the direction of light changes. This is called the reflection of light. So Anup, this is the answer for your question. This, so torch is giving the light, and light, when it goes to the object or to the screen, it starts reflecting. It starts changing the path of it. So that is what called as a
But
reflection.
ma'am, but what I told is also correct, ma'am, because like the same picture as an example is out there, and
You, Anup, you were telling that whatever coming out from the torch is the reflection.
no,
Out is not the reflection. When it touch any
ma'am,
kind of object, then it is
ma'am,
reflection.
ma'am, it wasn't telling that. Ma'am, like this inclined ray is there now. It is falling on the slate, and the reflected rays will be going on the this red shade there. That is
Then it is fine. Then it is fine. So here you can see now what is happening. A torchlight is giving the light to this girl, and then a reflection of the same light is given to the other person. So this, what is this ray called as? This ray, this ray is called as
inclined ray.
incident ray or inclined ray. Okay, so incident ray, when it touches the any kind of surface of the object, it gives the reflected ray. So two types
Say
of rays
the
are there.
definition.
So two types of rays are there: incident ray and the reflected ray. Incident ray are those rays which comes out of the object, or which comes out of the any kind of light object, maybe the torchlight, maybe the bulb, all those things. And the reflected rays are those rays which comes out through the screen or the object. So the rays which are falling, suppose now we have the object here, we have a torch here. So the rays which are falling on the screen, this is the incident ray, and the rays which are reflecting back, they are called as the reflected ray. The rays which are falling on the screen are the incident ray, and the rays which are reflected back from the object is called as the reflected rays. So due to reflection of light, images are formed. Now you can see in the picture also. So due to the reflection of light, it is happening. So I'll just play a video also related to this.
Our eyes.
Chaya and Utsav are very good friends. They study and play together. Chaya has a keen interest in science, and Utsav is always curious about learning new things. Once both of them were studying together in Chaya's room, but Utsav was not being able to concentrate much in studies that day. Suddenly, Utsav notices something on the mirror of the dressing table.
What are you looking at in the mirror, Utsav?
Chaya, I am thinking that how we are able to see our picture. I mean, our image in the mirror, whereas we don't see it in a water glass.
Nice question. I know this much that it is somewhat related to the light. Let's go to the courtyard and do some experiments over there. Utsav, can you feel that we can see more clearly outside the house?
I agree. The sunlight is much brighter than the light of the room's bulb.
Absolutely correct. We are able to see due to light. Light is necessary to see things. When the light reaches our eyes after getting reflected by some object, then only we are able to see that object.
Chaya, I did not get that. Light reaches to us after.
So now why we are able to see from the mirror? It is because of the bulb or the tube light which is present in the room, right? So that bulb will be giving the radiation in the form of the light to the mirror, and the mirror will be giving us a reflection. And because of that reflection only, or because of that reflected ray only, we will be able to see our own face in the mirror.
We are getting reflected back. But light rays go straight through the water and we are able to see inside it too. Also, we can see a little bit through water glass.
Wait a minute.
Chaya goes inside and brings back a glass full of water and 2 1-rupee coins.
Utsav, look attentively.
Chaya drops a coin in the glass filled with water and lifts the glass with one hand and the other coin in the other hand.
Utsav, which coin can you see more clearly? The one in the glass or the other one in my palm?
The one in your palm.
Chaya closes her fist.
And now?
How can it be seen now? You have closed your fist.
Now, can you see the glass of water?
What are you talking about? How can I see it when you have covered the glass by your hand?
Utsav, some things are transparent, while some are not transparent. The things through which light can pass completely are known as transparent. For example, water, clear glass, and many things made from plastics like water bottles. We can see through these things. We can see an object when light passes through it and reaches us after getting reflected back from it. Let's come to things through which light cannot pass, are known as opaque objects. Light either bounces into another directions after hitting the objects or goes back.
Chaya, I can understand a little bit now. Please explain it a bit further.
Alright, look at those trees. Can you see their shadow?
Shadow, that's you. But yes, I can see the shadow of the trees.
Yes, the meaning of my name is shadow, shadow of an object. Utsav, if you see attentively, you can see that the shadow of the glass of water is so light and we are almost unable to see the shadow of water. Whereas the shadow of a ball is so dark. Shadow is formed when an opaque object comes in between the path of light. Like you can see shadows at the places where trees are coming in the path of the light, we can't see through such objects.
Chaya, there are some things that I still can't understand. Like normal glass is transparent, but then how we are able to see our image in a mirror glass?
Utsav, this question is a bit tough. How shall I explain it to you? Alright, let's take help from our science book.
Chaya brings back her science book and opens it to read.
Yes, I had forgotten this thing. Utsav, there are some objects other than transparent and opaque which are known as translucent objects. These are objects through which light can pass partially, like butter paper and frosted glass, etc.
Okay, understood. But I still did not get the answer to my question.
I am telling you, have some patience and stand in front of the mirror. Now look first. The light from the bulb hits you, then reflects back to the mirror and then gets reflected back once again on hitting the polished surface behind the mirror and finally reaches our eyes, and hence we can see ourselves. In the very similar way, we are able to see the image of every object placed in front of the mirror. When light bounces back after hitting the objects, then this process is known as reflection of light. For understanding this, it was necessary for us to know about transparency and opaqueness of objects. Every object reflects light in different magnitudes. Transparent objects reflect the least amount of light, and opaque shiny objects reflect the most amount of the light. Translucent objects fall in between these two. These objects reflect almost all the light falling on it, so that we could see our image in it.
Okay, got it. It means that the light passes through the glass but reflects from the shiny smooth surface behind it.
Look, the back of the mirror is being polished by a shiny substance, which reflects all the light falling upon it.
Chaya, I have understood. Probably this is the reason that we are able to see our image in the lot of shiny objects like shiny spoons and bowls.
Of course, shiny substance reflect more light.
Now one more question has crossed my mind.
I have told you everything I knew.
Yes, but I wanted to know that why do we see a smaller image of ours in a spoon?
Utsav, even I don't know the answer to this question. But this is a nice question. Both of us will discuss this with our teacher. Till then, let's find out the answer of your questions in our book itself.
So you can see this is like actually wait. I'll play
Have you
this.
ever seen light rays coming through the holes of a damaged roof? You'll be surprised to know, as you can see, that the light rays from such holes produce images of the sun when they fall on the ground. Why? Because these irregular shaped holes in the roof act as pinhole cameras. Now, what are pinhole cameras? Let's first construct one pinhole camera and then let's try to understand the principle. Now, by definition, a pinhole camera is a simple optical device that forms an image without using a lens or a mirror. That's surprising. Now, let's join two hollow cylindrical boxes of different diameters in such a way that one box can just slide within the other. Now what do? We make a small hole in the larger cylinder there and also make two holes in the smaller cylinder, the one inside.
Now, what we should do, two cylinders we need to take, one with the larger size and second one is the little smaller size so that it can get fitted into the larger one. So in the larger one, in the front side, we have to make a hole. In the smaller one, two holes should be there, one with the square and the second one with the circle one.
Fine. But there is one care you need to take. The inner hole has to be rectangular and the outer hole has to be circular. We now fix a translucent paper, say a tracing paper, on the rectangular hole because that's going to act as a screen. Now, very importantly, these two cylinders must be enclosed so that you can prevent light from entering the larger cylinder.
So we have to make sure that both the cylinders should be fitted with each other so that no light should pass out.
That will mess up our image. Now, use this pinhole camera and try looking at a tree. Surprise! A clear image of this tree can be obtained on the screen if you slide the smaller cylinder back and forth. Now, how exactly did it happen? Let's look at this diagram. The tree is, say, MN. M is the topmost point, N is the bottommost point. The light rays coming from the bottom of the tree, that is N, they pass through the small hole and strike the screen at the top of the axis, N dash. Can you see that? And
so what happened? The light from the down will be coming inside the pinhole as the front part, that's the upper part of it, whereas the down part of it will be because of the reflection of it.
Light rays coming from the top of the tree, that is M, strike at the bottom of the axis, that is M dash. Now what happens as a result? As you can see, an inverted and also a much smaller image of the tree is what you get on the tracing paper. Remember the tracing paper which acted as a screen? Now the size and contrast of this image, it can be adjusted. For that, all you need to do is slide the smaller cylinder. Also, one more thing. The image depends on the size of the pinhole. The smaller the pinhole, the sharper will be the image. And of course, vice versa.
Why so many videos are off? Okay, Anu. Okay, so children, open the light, shadows and reflection foundation and start doing the level 1 questions. Light, shadows, reflection, foundation, level 1, question number 1 onwards.
Ma'am, can I go to get my book?
Yeah, please.
Ma'am, 1 to 10.
Yeah.
Yeah.
From where to where?
Question number 1 to 10.
Okay. Ma'am, actual level 2 na ma'am?
Level 1.
Okay, ma'am. Ma'am,
Yeah.
ma'am, when I going to chapter wise notes, can you observe my screen? Actually, it is going. It's stopping the video, ma'am.
No, I can see you.
1 minute, ma'am.
Okay, now I can't see you. Now I can see.
Because I'm going to wise chapter wise notes. It's going, ma'am.
Okay, no problem. No problem, Lasya.
I'm done.
Okay.
I need to select it.
What? No,
And do I need to send it to you?
I can't get you.
And do I need to send it to you?
No, no, no. We'll be discussing the answers.
Ma'am, 10 questions.
Yeah, 10 questions.
Tom. Please.
Done, ma'am.
Okay. Others also done?
Ma'am, one.
Okay.
I sent you the answer.
Okay, I'll share the screen. We'll discuss the answers now. Question number 1, Anu.
Yeah. Can I hear?
Yeah.
Which among the following is an artificial source of light? Ma'am, so I did option B, tube light.
Correct. Question number 2, Ashwad.
Which of the following is or are the natural source of light? C. Sun.
Does the moon give us the light?
No, ma'am, it reflects.
No. Correct. No, it does not give us the light. Okay, question number 3, Soumya.
When an object is placed in front of a plane mirror, then the right side of an object appears to become left side of image, and left side of the object appears to become right side of the object of the image. This is known
Good. So it
as
is known as the
lateral
lateral
inversion.
inversion. So when the left is looking like the right and the right is looking like the left, so it is known as the lateral inversion. You might have seen in the case of the ambulance also, right? They will be always writing in the laterally inverted side. Question number 4, Lasya.
Yes, ma'am. Which of the following is an opaque material? Clear water, butter paper, plastic scale, rubber scale. Ma'am, butter paper means ma'am.
So which will allow the light to pass through, which will does not. What is opaque according to you, Lasya?
Opaque, which cannot supply light through it.
So out of these four, through which the light will not pass through?
Rubber.
Rubber. Okay. So the right answer is rubber. So like this, you should solve it.
Actually, what is butter paper? I don't know about
Butter paper is just like the kind of tissue paper kind of thing, but a little thicker than that.
Ma'am, it's like
a
we use that in
translucent
cooking.
Right, Advika, right. So normally for rolling up the chapatis or the keeping the bread inside, we use this butter paper. So as
Basically,
Ma'am,
we
also
use that
in
in
cake.
cake
Ma'am?
making also, and
Ma'am,
then to
mainly
remove the excess of oil.
Microwave.
Microwave also to remove in microwave also we use, because the butter paper does not get harmed, as well as if we want to remove the oil, in that case also we use the butter paper. So there are like several uses of the butter paper. It is little shiny in the appearance also.
Ma'am,
Yeah.
actually it is kind of translucent object.
Yes, you can say that it is a translucent. Divesh, question number 6.
Okay, ma'am. Substances which are light to pass through them are called, ma'am, option C, transparent.
Correct. Soumya is there?
Ma'am, you didn't ask the 5th question.
Okay. Then who is remaining? Soumya?
At starting, I didn't know that my microphone was on mute, and then I basically read the question without knowing that my thing,
That's
and
okay. That's okay. That's okay. And I did not, unknowingly, I did not stop you also. That's okay. Okay. I think Soumya is busy somewhere. So we'll go to who is remaining? Adrit. Adrit is remaining. Adrit, question number 7.
Translucent substances. Ma'am, C.
Okay. They allow light to pass through them partially. Okay. Question number 8. Ashwan.
Yes, ma'am. When the moon's shadow falls on the earth, we have a lunar eclipse.
Okay. Question number 9. Anoop. Anoop is there?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, there I'm there.
Okay. Wait, one second, one second, one second. One second. Like, now you can go ahead.
Shadows form because light does not
Eighth
pass
question is
through
solar eclipse,
an
right?
opaque object.
Ma'am, eighth question is solar eclipse.
Yes,
What he
ma'am.
said? What he said?
Lunar eclipse.
No, 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 it is solar. It is solar. I heard solar only actually.
Oh.
It is solar eclipse, not lunar. Okay, so ninth, shadows form because light reflects through an opaque object. Question number 10, Advika.
Yeah. A lunar eclipse occurs when 1 second. A lunar eclipse occurs when option A, the sun is in between the sun. Is between the sun and the moon. Option B, the moon is in between the sun and the moon. Option C, the sun is in between the earth and the moon. Mom, I wrote B.
Adrit, your answer?
A.
Okay, Ashwant, your answer?
A.
Okay.
I have a doubt, ma'am. I have a doubt. Ma'am, for ninth one, it can't be D.
Your answer was right, B. It should not be D because it is given that light does not pass through an opaque object. So, which is wrong statement actually. So, they have asked why it is formed. So, we have to give the reason. Okay.
Ma'am, so what is the answer of 10th?
10th answer is A. When the earth is between the sun and the moon, that time what happened? The lunar eclipse will be occurring. Okay. So it is not B, it is not C, it is not D. It is when the earth will be coming. The earth is between the sun and the moon. And when does the solar eclipse will be occurring?
When the moon comes between
Correct.
earth and
The sun and the earth. So the first statement is for the lunar one and the second one statement is for the solar one. Okay, so when earth comes between the sun and the moon, then it is called as lunar eclipse, and when moon is between the sun and the earth, it is called as the solar eclipse. All right, children?
yes, ma'am. Ma'am, when
Okay,
you-
Anup. Okay,
Yeah.
one is wrong, I think only. Yeah,
Can we
tell
do
me.
the next 10 questions?
No, ma'am.
You know, I have to go for the other class now, Advika. Okay, so
But it's not one.
yes,
But
that's
it's not
good.
one. It's two.
Ma'am,
It's two because I was able to see only one actually, not two.
ma'am,
Okay. Yes.
when you will submit the AITS certificate?
For yesterday,
Yes, ma'am.
I will. Why you are like asking this question actually from me?
Ma'am, because you didn't submit the certificates, right?
Yesterday, right? Yesterday's paper, right?
Ma'am.
Most probably by tonight you will be getting it. Okay. So tomorrow we'll be meeting again, and we will be solving the level 2 question as well as the subjective questions of this chapter. Okay, children. Okay. Take care. Bye bye.
Bye, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Ma'am, what's the homework, ma'am?
Homework
Bye.
is to solve the level 1 question number 11 to
Object choose.
yes, yes.
No, the homework was to solve level 2 from question number 31 to
That is for
51.
you, Advika.
Okay.
Okay.
Bye, ma'am. Thank you,
Bye
ma'am.
bye. Good. Bye bye.